Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 1, Bayern Munich 2. I am sick and tired of this. I'm just tired. That little bit of hope, copium, right? I don't know if you guys watch F1, but that's like being a Ferrari fan in F1 context. That hope, that hopium that we all had coming into this game, we're thinking, you know what, if Real Madrid can sneak a win, even if it's just a one goal win, we will be happy, we will take it. But no, we had to lose. We had to roll out the red carpet, you know, get all the guests around the stadium, invite everybody in, and then just say, you know what, Bayern Munich, you guys are a brilliant side. You guys are the best German team. You guys are probably the best team in the world right now. We're gonna let you just score because we are scared, we're terrified, because we don't want to put up a fight, because if we do, we'll get murdered. And with that sort of mentality presents the results that we saw last night. I didn't watch the game because I fell asleep. It was at 4 a.m. And honestly, I don't regret a single bit of not staying up to watch the game. I normally do. I do most games. But is it worth? Is it worth spending, you know, the time at night when you can just enjoy and sleep to stay up and watch this shit? Because let's put this into perspective, right? This team is shit from back to front, and I don't want to hear individuals being blamed and singled out for the blame, because it's a collective. No one out there was good enough. No one, not a single player. The subs came on and they were good. Bellingham was pretty decent. Brahim Diaz was okay. Militao was pretty good. But in terms of the starting 11, no one was good enough. The same team that played Mallorca, no one was good enough. 2 games in a row. No, it's not just 2 games in a row. It's been 2 games, yes. But it's also been 12 months. It's also been 18 months. It's been 2 years of the same shit time and time and time again. And we cannot just forgive and, sweep this under the carpet and just forget about it. Because, no, it's been going on for 2 years now. Nothing has changed. The last time Real Madrid won the Champions League was the last time Real Madrid played well. Afterwards, it's been up, down, high, low, high, low. It's just not good enough for a club like Real Madrid. Bayern Munich probably should have scored more. Real Madrid should have scored more. Let me just say that. But if Real Madrid should have scored more, so did Bayern Munich, because they had some serious chances that they didn't take. And we, yet again, just broke the carpet. Just come on in, Bayern Munich. Win. Take the win. Take the free dub. 2-1 is an understatement. Real Madrid, people are saying Real Madrid are still in this tie. No, we are fucking not. Because if you think this team will go to Munich and will win by at least a goal before full time, and then bring Bayern Munich at their own ground to extra time and or pens afterwards, forget about it. Real Madrid had to win last night to stand a chance to qualify for the semi-finals. If Real Madrid had won by a goal, at least there's something to protect, there's something to hang on to. But no, it's gone. Not only are we expecting a side that cannot do anything well from offense to defense, we're also expecting this team to chase the game, because we have to go out there and chase now in Bayern in Munich next week, and at the same time we have to not let goals in at the other end. So what are you expecting? You're expecting a 360 shift from these players, and it's not because they're not good enough, by the way. They are, but they couldn't give a shit about how this team plays. As a squad, they cannot give a shit. There are individuals, I look at this team and I think they give their absolute all. They try their hardest. You know, they are good players. But I look at the squad as a collective. It's not due to quality that they're playing shit. It's because they don't care. Yes, there are positions like in the midfield. We could do with a couple of good midfielders. A proper number 9 would be lovely. But even so, I expect this team to not get run over time and time again, like they have been doing. And by the way, to the people above, the board members, Florentino Perez, I don't know what your plans this summer is. I don't care if you're gonna be looking at Enzo Fernandez or Rodri. If they don't bring in specifically a striker, a centre back, and Vitinha, they need to go. And you might say Vitinha is unrealistic, it's never gonna happen. That is just the media telling you that. Because what is untouchable? Who is untouchable? You're telling me if you offered PSG good money, really good money, they would say no. Now, PSG are a rich club. They don't need to sell, for sure. But there's a difference between a rich club that has enough money to say we don't need to sell him for a cheap fee or a fee we don't find reasonable, compared to a rich club that don't need to sell, but if a good fee comes in, they'll still sell anyways. And I don't think PSG, I don't think they are a side that doesn't sell. Donnarumma was the keeper that won the Champions League with them. So I'm just saying there is a chance, and even if there isn't, there is an opportunity to make that attempt, to at least show you're trying to be serious, you're trying to go for the best. Because if you just bail out and you say, you know what, I don't think we'll get Vitinha, so let's go for the next best thing that we believe is Rodri or Enzo Fernandez, then what are you doing differently than last summer or the summer before that? Because when you look at the most successful periods in Real Madrid's history, the three-peat team had essentially the best players in every position. When Real Madrid went and signed Ronaldo, when Real Madrid formed that team, right? Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, Modric, Cruz, Casemiro, Marcelo, Carvajal, Ramos, Varane, Navas. There were players in that team that Real Madrid paid big money for. And there were players that you would say, you know what? Why would they leave their former clubs to join Real Madrid? They did. And they ended up being part of a successful team because they were genuinely elite. They were the best in their position. They were specialists in their position. They were good. But now it's about, yeah, let's put out PR. Let's say, you know what? We aren't going to get Vitinha, so let's bring Rodri in, because he's got experience, because, you know, we want rotations with Tchouaméni. Fuck that. Why are you thinking about rotations when you can't even get a good starting 11 out? I'm sorry, I'm not here to diss anybody, but Arbeloa has had to call in players like Thiago Pitash to start Champions League nights. And you could look at that as a positive. But Thiago Pitash struggled against Bayern Munich. He struggled. And the pressure's on him. Remember that mistake he nearly made against Man City? Yeah, he did it nearly again. He is not a player you start in big games. You can bring him on with 5-10 minutes to go to, okay, give him the experience. Let him work with the first team. Let him develop with the first team. Fair enough. But to start on a consistent basis, if Real Madrid had players like Vitinha in this team, or Enzo Fernandez, or, you know, someone else that is of a higher caliber, Thiago Pitash will not be starting. It's because we don't have someone of a high caliber that we are choosing to start Thiago Pitash. So why is it that we don't have a high caliber player in the midfield to begin with? Recruitment went out the drain, went out the window. It was shit. The midfield recruitment over the past few years have been shit. We let go two of the greatest midfielders in football history in Modric and Kroos and did fuck all. We decided, let's keep Arda Güler, let's keep Camavinga, because we can replace those two legends with these two midfielders when they're not even the same profile. They're good players, but they're not the same profile. So, yeah, let's keep them. Let's not do anything in the midfield. Okay? We got rid of Joselu because he wanted to leave. Fair enough. Okay? Reasonably speaking, you should bring a proper number 9. A target man. No, let's go into the season with Gonzalo Garcia. Centre backs. Oh, let's go into the season with 2 young centre backs, one of which who just came in from Bournemouth, one of which who was promoted last season from the Castilla team, and 2 centre backs in Rudiger and Militao who are injury prone. And let's see how that goes. Let's keep Fran Garcia. Let's keep Dani Ceballos. Do you see what I'm saying? I've listed down a whole bunch of stuff there which shows you how little ambition the hierarchy has over this team. Because there are simply too many players, too many decisions that is not fit at this club. With all due respect, Real Madrid is not a flipping Real Sociedad. If those decisions are made here, fair enough. But come on, Real Madrid. In this shit? In this deep shit? Come on. So what now? In the summer we're gonna go for Rodri. We're gonna go for Vitinha. No, we're not gonna go for Vitinha. We're gonna go for Enzo Fernandez. We should go for Vitinha, but this club won't, and they'll put up PR, saying that it's unachievable, it's unobtainable. It won't happen because it's impossible to negotiate with PSG. Bunch of bullshit. Look, Bayern Munich, they played really, really well, and they deserved everything they got, plus more. They should have had more. 2 good goals. First goal, really simple pass through. Just split the defense apart from Gnabry and Diaz with a good finish. Second goal was embarrassing from Carreras. It's a shame that Mendy couldn't play, because if Mendy was on, that goal wouldn't have considered. I'm sorry. Mendy would have done something to Olise in terms of shoving him or trying to put more pressure. Carreras was ball watching. He was watching the scenario. He was watching the scenery in front of him. He was saying, you know what? Screw this. I'm not going to care. I'm just going to watch Olise cook. Which he did. And Kane's got a banger. And then the goal for Real Madrid. Trent puts in a really good ball for Mbappe, who tapped it home. But The damage is done. There is no coming back in the second leg. And if there is, it's because they choose to turn on. They choose to switch on for the second leg. If they can lose to Bayern Munich at home and beat Bayern Munich away in the reverse, I will be more amused. Because I'm thinking, wow, you guys don't even try to act, to pretend, because you guys actually blatantly prove that you can switch things on and off whenever you want. You can play seriously and play the kind of football you are capable of, if you want to, when you want to. But you can also go and lose to Mallorca and Bayern Munich in the way we did, and Celta Vigo in the way we did, and all those games. You can choose and tell me, is that acceptable? I'll leave it right there with that question. Is that acceptable? Let me know what your thoughts are. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.